Hey, welcome. I'm just busy here trying to switch the you can see what's happening today. But if not, then I might as well just share my screen with you so that you can see what we're doing today. So I would like to welcome you today to. Hey, welcome, one and all, to the Job Seekers Market. Sorry for the delay. Job Seekers Workshop. Sorry for the delay. So, in today's topic, as mentioned, we are going to speak on we are revising what we did last year. So, first things first. When you're applying for a job, you need to have some sort of record or strategy that you implement. Keep track that how long ago did I apply for this job? Was I successful? Was I shortlisted? And not only looking for, but you yourself have the right skills, have the qualifications, and you have the soft skills or the experience that the employer is looking for. The next topic that we'll talk about it is the CV writing. Certain keywords that on the advert they match the CV, and then we'll have your online safety, or rather your scam prevention or scam avoidance. More since self, since you can identify certain things that you'll see that, oh, this one looks very suspicious or scammy. The usual scam that we would is very much popular is patela, and then you'll get the job. Put money up front for that job. So you won't find out later, or you're not the only one. There's quite a number of persons that applied for that job. The next one it is job readiness. So those are the part where when I attended the workshop or who already volunteer positions to help you to get those soft skills so that you can be more job ready and understand what it means to work under pressure, what it means to also work in a team. So job readiness, that's our topic we'll cover. And then last one, interview preparation. In interview preparation, it means that we are going to practice. You go to the advert, because on the advert they will tell you, they'll break it down, they'll tell you the advert, the post, the department. They will also now tell you what they require, and they'll also tell you about the expectations that they would be having from that individual should you be successful. So it is up to you now to take all those points or things that they listed to now interpret them into an interview style. We'll explain there's a method for that. It's called the STAR method. So we'll just talk a little bit about that. So let's get to the first topic. Not by any order of importance, but it's just felt like just to share with you guys. Okay, my PowerPoint is frozen. Let's do this. While I'm busy fixing my PowerPoint, what's about my link tree? So on my link tree, I have samples, or rather templates. Yeah, template is a better word. Of a CV, I have a template of a job track application. I'm also right now trying to find a general template that will basically cover majority of people's applications. Because in the job market, on the last that I heard and read from the PNET analyst people, they said that the most competitive job, it's not that it's saturated, it's very or highly competitive, meaning that you yourself need to also have competitive skills so that you stand out from the group, right? So at my link tree, you'll get yourself a basic template of a job track application. You'll also get yourself a basic template of a CV. If you need any further work or anything more done to your CV, or you want to discuss further, even in my link tree, there's ways that you can reach out and contact me. And when I'm available, then I will let you know. Then we make up time virtually, physically. We'll see how best we can make this one-on-one session happen for both of us, because it is having that advantage in the job seekers market that you'll be able to get more or get the job that you're looking for, not get more. Let's see. Just fixing here my PowerPoint. The WhatsApp group is growing. Shout out to my WhatsApp group persons. Quite a couple of them are also reaching out to me privately, asking questions about not just the workshop, but things that they could do to have an advantage. Last, there was a huge, not a huge discussion, but there was this Z83, where now we just even deeper into a Z83, or what can you do to have an advantage in the market, not just any market, but the government job market. Today's workshop, so as I mentioned, the CV. What's already the CV? CV are how, what the basics are. Information, context, yeah. Then there's, let's a little bit about keywords. The keywords is what these days, only AI or only application once you faka CV, they automatically run through your CV to pick up certain keywords and arrange them into groups. I have noticed this also once when I was applying. The system would just ask me for a PDF, and then it will just run and then fill out the rest of the template online. So this application tracking system is looking for certain keywords. It's important for you to be matching those keywords inside the CV. So put them there and avoid common mistakes. Like your CV, you're about to take like your time on it. So common mistakes, spelling errors. Is spelling. It's the common error. Another one that are very frustrating is contact information. When you're trying to reach out to the person, it is there's one number missing, the alternative number. It is a person, so please also tell the alternative number. So, hey, go fagile mo CV, as well as the reference persons that you've put in your CV. Also inform them that, hey, you're on my CV. This is what's going to happen when I reach this, but as soon as I get shortlisted, I will inform you further. Now, the best way to see whether your CV is up to date or whether it is good and compare, you're gonna need to compare it with others. Ask family, ask friends to check your CV, give you constructive feedback. Baskano tshega fela, saying this, they must be constructive. Pen and paper, ba re ba ngwala kwa le kwa le gore, no, do this, do that. Mine is like this, there's that. And after you're done with your CV, there's recruitment agencies. These are the people that you can send your CV to, and they keep you on that database. They will not just keep you there because of you are applying for a specific job. They keep you there because of the certain keywords that they picked up in your CV. They keep you there because of the database requires of them to keep a certain number of people with certain qualifications and skills. So they keep you in the database. So send your CV to as many recruitment agencies as possible, make a follow up with them. And remember, Gore, use the job application tracker. It will help you a lot, especially when you are keeping track of the job opportunities. Now, about spotting the scam. Spotting the scam usually, if it is like the biggest employer in South Africa, it is the government. So because the biggest employer in South Africa, it is the government, it means that most adverts that do come out are from the government. So when yourself, you need to now identify easily that which are the real government things that are advertised, because people fake what the government advertises a lot. They would go out and copy the letterhead, use somebody's fake name, but then they would just adjust the email address or the link. So be careful of scams. And usually I spot them with queries where you're supposed to send the queries to. If they do not match with what is on the letterhead, then next one, on to the next one. But if it does match with what is on the letterhead, then I go ahead and apply, or I even call to ask. The other thing to also spot the scam is you need to do research about the employer. Go research about the employer so that you are able to tell whether this employer it is Good employer, because you find or ba na le CCMA case je di pakana mo bona, yeah. You find or they were on the news recently, or this boss or the CEO was in the news. So research the employer. Not just that for conspiracy or for bad reasons, but also researching the employer means that you're going to find the advert in their website. You're going to find the advert on their social media platform, just to see whether really, really, really is this job real or fake. Okay? So research the employer, research the job, so that Luena tomorrow you must not say, oh, I got scammed, I paid for money, and now I am in this position. Mm. So let's see, is there any chat? Okay, no chat. So I'd like to tell you again about the link tree. So when you visit my link tree, you're able to get a template of the CV. Get yourself the template of the applications tracker. Get yourself the template of the budget. But the budget template is still coming on another workshop. Just water break. Mm. So job readiness. Job readiness involves you now going out of your way to volunteer. It means going out of your way to attend online classes, go to church to perform certain activities, become the secretary, become the media coordinator, become the head usher. Working in a team, things that involves working in a team, giving reports, leading a team, organizing, things that within this job space that you would want to find yourself and occupy it, you need to get yourself ready with the skills that are essential for that job. So if you're planning to be an administrator, then you need to volunteer or work in spaces that will give you those skills to be an administrator. If you're looking to be a professional, a legal practitioner, then you need to be in spaces where you practice being a legal practitioner, being with persons. For example, you'll find yourself sometime on certain days volunteering to be a legal firm, just to not oversee but monitor. What do you call that? Shadow. Yes, shadow work. You are shadowing. So you not monitor, you just shadow it, just to see whether you are comfortable with that line of work or that line of profession. So even in some cases, you'd end up just being a messenger. But being a messenger as well means there's documents. You're able to read them, ask questions, so that you're able to understand that, oh, this is what the type of work that happens in this environment, whether you want to go further or you want to step back. So job readiness involves wena go out and learn, wena go out and volunteer, wena go out and find positions that will give you the skills that are essential for the jobs that you're looking for. If it means what you need to learn how to use a computer, you learn to use certain programs, go out there and learn those programs. Go to a space where you can learn those programs, get a free certificate online. There are so many that you can learn from. Now you I have a couple of certificates from these online institutions that give me that skill, and I attach it to my CV, and in that job market I stand out. See, job readiness. So last but not least, interview preparation. The interview preparation. This is where now, today I shared even a message with some of our with the WhatsApp members, telling them, "Oh guys, practice speaking English," because some people have blown job interviews or based on poor communication skills and struggling to understand the interviewer's question. Yeah. So because of that struggle of understanding the interview, I got they ask you a question and you now struggle to understand that question. Because if you fail to understand the question, then you cannot give an answer that is appropriate. So let's practice speaking English so that your vocabulary, the number of words that you know and understand. So don't let this happen to you. Practice speaking English. If it means stepping out of your comfort zone, practicing in public, it is better for a little and uncomfortable, though. Yeah, speak English to them. It may be uncomfortable, but practicing to speak it will help your vocabulary and skills. It's better to feel a little uncomfortable and improve your skills than to miss out on a great opportunity. Let's speaking, let's get learning, let's land those jobs. Keep pushing forward, don't give up on your goals. So interview preparation, like I mentioned, Hore, it involves a certain style of answering questions. Now, this method has worked for me before, and I'm hoping that it will work for you as well. So, there's a method, not just a method. It was about the speaking English, learning how to speak English. There's a method that not every time, let me find it here for you. It's called the STAR method interviews. So, now you can search it even on your device or in phone, laptop, it will tell you about the STAR method. This is usually shows the employer and the interviewer, Horwena, do you understand the question? Because usually most questions that they ask are situation or environment based. So remember, you're applying for a specific position in a specific department within a specific institution. So they're going to ask you most questions based on environments or the situation tse di ka no direga ngwana ka moo. For example, ebile gantši they I like to ask about how do you deal with working under pressure. Mm. So if you can name an example of something that you had to deal with working under pressure, that will give you certain criteria or points that will help them to be able to judge whether are you the right person that will be able to work with us, or are you a person who will just break while working with us. Now the STAR method, erge situation, or STAR stands for situation, task, action, result. Situation means you set the context of the story. So about working under pressure, you tell them that there was this project that you had, or you had a Sunday where you were at church and you were part of the protocol and organizing. So you describe the task or the challenge that you had there. So the task and the challenge that you had there were explainable, would say. And the last one, what were the action? Not the I mean the star, get a ST. A stands for the action. You now explain the action that you took in that, or okay, this is what I did to be able to do better or perform better or even resolve the challenge or the task. And the last one, it is result. That is the outcome. So if there was a challenge with an organizing of an event or a project, and you were given a specific task and you came with an action that resolved it, and you now show the outcome, which is the result, then that answers that question. You don't simply say, yes, I can work under pressure. Then you're like, okay, elaborate. Then when you're not prepared to elaborate. So my advice is always have three or four not stories, but experiences or workplaces that you've been to. Have three or four of them that you can reference to when you are in an interview setting, because that will help you when you are answering questions. Even though you may not be prepared for certain questions, but having an idea of certainly, or have already prepared yourself using the STAR method, using the situation, the task, the action, and the result, you are able now to have an advantage, score more, show that you are actually uh, a well researched person. You came prepared for this interview, and they gave you enough time as well to prepare for the interview. Mm. So, in summary, thank you so much for watching today's live or being part of it, and also you watching. There's a link tree in the description where you can get templates, where you can ask questions, you can contact me, you can book a one-on-one, where we can go even further to explaining more about this market of job seekers. Now, bonus. If you hear this for a bonus. Here's some that I discovered, guys. This is amazing. It's amazing work that's been done by our politicians out there. They have what they now call a labor desk. The labor desk. I don't know why this was not labor desk. So they know themselves, these political protests. So these labor desks are mainly focused, not mainly, but majority of the issues that they would deal with, which is what I see on social media on these labor desks. Apart from us as job seekers, the labor desks assist a lot with individuals who are already employed, because of the issues that happen a lot within that environment is not the same that the issues that the job seekers are dealing with. So the labor desks reach out to them, because I've also reached out to them. I have invited them so that they are aware that there's job seekers that need certain soft skills to be able to stand out in this competitive market, in order to match their CVs to the jobs that they're looking for, in order to upskill themselves, gain some experience, in order to get that type of job that they're looking for, or even qualify for it, because some of them, they require experience, some require a number of hours of work that needs to be done beforehand in order to qualify. So reaching out to these labor desks, it now also gives them an idea that they are these job seekers that needs assistance. Individuals have contacted me about photocopying and posting and such. Ebile ke bolela about the Z83. Z83, you don't need qualification. There are so many. If you look at the DPSA, there are so many posts where the government even insists, not insists, but advises the department rather do not ask these individuals to send copies alone. And that a copy or the qualification ID, certificate, results, training, now it gets the money accumulates slowly but surely, because you are trying to apply for at least two jobs in a day. So 7 days, so that's already 14 applications. So the money accumulates. So labor desks, they are out there. Reach out to them, not just the challenges of the people already who are employed, you as well while you're still outside. The labor desks are there to assist. So I will be there as well, trying to assist them, or trying to show each other. Now, so we're going to be showing each other. So watch this spaces. So it will be labor desks. So with other things as well, you can also just leave a comment there, go to my link tree, reach out to me, give me your suggestions of the type of workshops or the type of information that you'd like to share, or you'd like me to share with you. But as for now, focus, get a job seekers. And as you heard lately, Hore, the market is highly competitive. So you need to stand out. In order to stand out, you need to have a strategy. And with that strategy means you need to keep track. Use the job applications tracker. Go to my link tree below. The job applications tracker is there. So thank you so much for watching. Okay, Mr. Kove. I will see you in February. Sharp. All right.